Unit 4 quiz. Please put your name, last name, first name. Indicate your class period. Big business and labor. Identify the person who created trusts and was criticized as a robber baron while serving as head of the Standard Oil Company. Alexander Graham Bell, George M. Pullman, John D. Rockefeller, Thomas Alva Edison. Identify the person who perfected the incandescent light bulb, created an electrical power system, and organized power plants. Alexander Graham Bell, George M. Pullman, John D. Rockefeller, Thomas Alva Edison. Andrew Carnegie gained control of a large percentage of the steel industry by using vertical and horizontal integration, which included all of the following except buying out his suppliers, fostering positive relationships with labor unions, buying out his distributors, buying out his competition. Identify the definition of a monopoly: a cheap and effective manufacturing process for making steel. Complete control of an industry's production, quality, wages paid, and prices charged. Theory of biological evolution. Agreement to limit emigration of unskilled workers to the United States. Which of the following was not something that labor unions fought to improve? Low wages, 12-plus hour workday, quality of food produced, safety issues in the workplace. Next section, immigration. An immigrant who went through Ellis Island was most likely to have come from Asia, Europe, South America, Australia. Through which place did immigrants arriving on the West Coast pass before gaining entry into the United States? Angel Island, Ellis Island, Coney Island, St. Louis. An overcrowded and unsanitary apartment building in the city was known as a estate, settlement house, tenement, peonage. Many immigrants flocked to the nation's cities because of quality schools, steady jobs, convenient shopping, access to public transportation. People who favored the concept of nativism feared and opposed slavery, abolition, immigration, popular sovereignty. The Progressive Era. In the Jungle, Upton Sinclair talked about dangers faced by coal miners, corrupt business practices of the Standard Oil Company, unsanitary conditions in the meatpacking industry, illegal deals between special interests and the government. Progressive movement regarded all of the following as worthy goals except protecting social welfare, promoting business monopolies, creating economic reform, fostering efficiency in the workplace. Which of the following was not a problem for those living in urban areas in the late 1800s? A lack of sanitation and clean water, an increase in crime, the spread of fires, the lack of ethnic communities for immigrants arriving in the United States. Which statement best describes John Muir's view of national parks? National parks preserve land and protect it from unnecessary development so future generations can enjoy. National parks take up space that could be used for improving the American economy. National parks prevent access to resources that could be used to better help businesses grow. Jane Addams established the first settlement house in Chicago and named it Hull House. Was the first American woman to be elected to a national political office. Name the president who was assassinated in 1901, which thrust Vice President Theodore Roosevelt into the role of world leader. Abraham Lincoln, William McKinley, George Washington, John F. Kennedy. Identify the president who supported progressivism through the Square Deal. Theodore Roosevelt, Woodrow Wilson, William McKinley. World War I. Which of the following countries was not a member of the Allies in World War I? USA, France, Germany, Russia. Which of the following was not a major contributor to the start of World War I? This would not be one of the main causes. Nationalism, alliances, economic depression in Europe, imperialism, or militarism. The leader of the Bolsheviks in 1917 was Nicholas II, Vladimir Lenin, Joseph Stalin. Which of the following events was the spark that led the countries of Europe to the outbreak of World War I? The Zimmermann telegram, the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, the alliance between Serbia and Russia, or the sinking of the Lusitania. This style of fighting is most characteristic of World War I. Search and destroy missions, shock and awe, trench warfare, airplane bombings. Which statement best describes the Zimmermann note? A letter sent by Germany asking for Mexico to join the war in return for helping it get land back from the United States. General Zimmermann's plan to capture France for Germany. A secret treaty between Russia and Great Britain. The U.S. president during World War I was Theodore Roosevelt, Woodrow Wilson, Franklin Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln. Which best describes the idea of the 14 points? End World War I peacefully, make future wars less likely. Punish Germany for its role in the war. Allow those victorious in the war to prosper. Hit submit when you are finished.